Hello everyone, in today's video it's going to be about productivity. When someone walks to you and says that I had a productive day, usually what we assume is they've had a busy day, that they've had a pile of things to do and they just completed all those things. That's not productivity. Being busy means not necessarily that you've been productive. When you have a lot of things to chase, deadlines to finish, and you're chasing the tail, it just means that you're not productive. Productivity means what is the output you can get in the shortest possible time with lesser amount of efforts. That doesn't mean that you should be lazy. It just means that how do you use the available time and make it as effective and as efficient as possible. So productivity is usually about getting things done before time. You have a lot of time in hand because of the way you have organized yourself. It's a challenge for everyone, right? Most common question I get asked is, Ash, how do you get time for everything? You're running a company, you're managing social media, you have a young family. How do you balance all of these things? Well, I think it's about following a whole lot of productivity techniques that I'm going to share with all of you today. What are the different options available for productivity? The first one is something Warren Buffett uses a lot. That's called two-list productivity method. Something that I really like as well, and I've been looking at following this for many, many years, in fact. Two-list is nothing but you first make a list of all the goals that you want to achieve, all the big ticket tasks that you want to achieve. Make a list of all those things. Then you make a second list. Just choose the most important five from the A list. So you have an A list, you have a B list. A list has everything that you want to do, and B list will be the five most important things from the A list. Now that doesn't mean that rest of the things in A list is not important, but it is not important as much as what is in the B list. So you complete everything in the B list and then you go to finish off anything in the A list. Try it out and see if it works for you. I think it's a very simple but an easy method to improve productivity. The next one is time boxing. Elon Musk uses time boxing. I have also been following time boxing for many of my activities, meetings especially. We have a habit of having a 3-hour meeting that goes for 4 hours, 5 hours. So time boxing is nothing but you don't work towards completing a task, but you work towards completing it to a time. Let's say you want to complete a task, you say you want to do it in 30 minutes. So you work hard to finish the activity in 30 minutes. When you know that you have only 10 minutes to do a task, for example, you think faster, more efficient, more effective to get the task done. Start time boxing. What I do is when I have meetings, we always tend to have meetings for 60 minutes or 1 hour. Why do we need 1 hour? Why can't we do 45-minute meeting? Why do we think we need to only spend 60 minutes with someone? So I made all my meetings 45 minutes. All of a sudden I have saved hours in a week. So that's a bit of a time boxing methodology as well. The next one is eat the frog. Are you scared? Please don't go and eat a frog for this time productivity method. Imagine if you have to eat a frog. Even if you are a vegetarian, you're supposed to eat a frog. It's such an unpleasant experience, right? I don't think many people eat a frog unless you're in some exotic Asian country kind of place, like China maybe. But if you have to do a very unpleasant act of eating a frog, would you do it in the night or morning? If you do it in the night, all day you'll be worrying about eating the frog. It's stressing you out. If you do it in the morning, maybe you will get it out of the system, get it out of the way, and move on. Replace eating the frog with the most difficult task that you have to do. So the philosophy is your most difficult task, do it first thing in the morning. It's done, and then you can focus on other things the rest of the day. Another very simple but effective technique. The other one is biological prime time technique. Biological prime time technique is, as the word implies, All of us have a certain part of the day where we are most energetic, most positive, most focused, most awake. For me, it's early mornings basically. For a lot of people, it's late nights. So figure out which part of the day you feel you have the highest energy and start doing your tasks during those times because you'll be more productive than any other part of the day. If you're not sure, try different parts of the day to try and do the same task and see in which part of the day you feel better, and you will see you will get things done faster and faster. The other one that I also want you all to know about is Pomodoro Technique. Pomodoro Pomodoro Technique is nothing but doing a task to the maximum limit of your effectiveness. I really recommend it is 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you take a 3-minute break. If you think you can go up to 45 or 60 minutes, that's fine. But just take a break after that time, 5 minutes, and then come back to do the next part of it. Ideal recommendation is different tasks for every 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 60-minute gap. So don't do the same task, but if you have to continue, that's fine as well. But just take a break. It's also recommended, for example, in the afternoons, if you're feeling a bit sleepy, to take a power nap, 15-minute nap, because when you wake up, you feel more energized and you don't feel unproductive as well, because afternoons can be a very unproductive time. These are the most important 5, by the way, right? These are the 5 that I really want to recommend to all of you. Then there are other smaller ones that I will also share with you, which is like morning planning, where you make a list of things you want to get done in the morning, go through the list during the day. The other one is called SPR. SPR is basically schedule, process, and review. So you schedule a task for the day, spend 5 minutes on that. Middle of the day, you just check how is it going. The last part of the day, spend 8 minutes to review. So this will also help you to make sure that you're having a plan, you're executing it, and you're reviewing whether it's going to plan. I'm a big fan of this. In fact, every Friday, I spend a few minutes looking at how the week went, what went well, what could have been better, what's my learnings to improve things for next week. So these are about 8 techniques. You don't have to try all of them. Try whichever works for you. Share on the comments which worked for you. And I would love to hear your experiences as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope this productivity technique video was useful for all of you. Till I see you next week, stay fit, stay positive, keep chasing obscene success. Thank you.